Rovers have happy memories of their last match with the Gunners. And they made a winning start to this season's Premier League campaign. As for Arsenal, well, they're getting used to life without Thierry. At Ewood Park for us was Alistair Mann.
They came on as substitutes last Saturday to earn Blackburn victory with excellent goals at Middlesbrough. Today, Roque Santa Cruz and Matt Derbyshire are on from the start. For Arsenal, there's a debut for Eduardo da Silva at a venue where Thierry Henry scored one of his best ever goals last season as the Gunners completed a league double. As well as the new strike duo, Mark Hughes drafts in Brett Emerton to right back, a position he filled in for most of last season. Rovers let in 8 goals in their 2 Premiership defeats against Arsenal last campaign, but neither first-choice centre-halves Ryan Nelson nor Chris Samba were involved in either match. Injuries to Thomas Rosicky and Emmanuel Eboué have stretched Arsenal still further, joining the likes of Gilberto and Adebayor on the sidelines. As well as Eduardo's debut, 18-year-old Theo Walcott is given another opportunity to impress from the start. Nice play by Walcott. Terrific open start to this fixture. And, well, it was a strange decision to come by Friedel, really, that far out of his goal, but he did get a piece of it. Bentley running into the back of Fabregas. Savage playing in Emerton. Kleber's gone across with him. It's a really teasing ball, and Lehmann came, and I'm not sure he got very much of it as he clashed with the back of Toure. Lehmann stayed down. I think he went straight into the back of Toure. He's not his normal confident-looking self at the moment, is he? Blackburn Rovers supporters and players felt that was a Blackburn throw. And awarded to Arsenal, and they're already advancing forward with left. In towards Fabregas. Clichy. Walcott. Oh, a chance for Eduardo! And he spilt it, Friedel. Fabregas. There's an almighty scramble, and in the end it's 1-0 courtesy of Van Persie. Well, it was an almighty calamity in the Blackburn area. They had 2 or maybe 3 chances to clear that. And the only man who is happy with what went on is Van Persie. It looked as though the ball would surely get cleared by one of the Blackburn defenders, even once Friedel had spilled it. But nobody got a conclusive touch. Just look at the indecision. But in the end, the ball's in the back of the Blackburn net. Towards Morten Gamst Pedersen, away by Sagna, twice. Backing in by Eduardo da Silva. No question that he was backing in there to try and put Ryan Nelson off winning the header. Blackburn free kick. In towards Samba. Good header off the post by Nelson. Lehmann was beaten. Ryan Nelson's hands are on his head. He crunched it against the post. Flick on by Samba, and it was a clean header by Nelson. And Mark Hughes at last has something in the attacking third to reflect upon. It's not been a good performance so far from his side. Nelson control let him down, and here's Walcott, real opportunity, and he squared it unselfishly for Van Persie. Well, there are times when you have to go yourself, and there are times when you should square it for a teammate. And I suspect that this was an occasion where Walcott would have been forgiven for going alone. Instead, he went to clip it to Van Persie. Warnock. Nice ball to pick out Derbyshire. And well taken too by the young striker, who brings in Savage, and still Savage! No penalty. Well, Savage is in complete disbelief. Let's see if Alan Wiley got this right. He was in a brilliant position to make the call. Well, it's an interesting one. Did Savage put his leg around Toure, or did Toure put his leg on Savage? The side preserving this advantage and keeping Blackburn at arm's length largely. Nice angled ball to pick out Bentley. They've played a number of balls out towards Arsenal's left-hand side. And his ball in, and it's over Lehmann. And then Derbyshire's backward header hit Toure. Lehmann gathered. Don't think Derbyshire could quite believe that it arrived at him. He was bumped over the line by Pedersen. No way that was going to stand. Sanya looking for the run of Walcott, and the flag's gone up. Nelson has been penalised. In fact, the referee wants a word with the Blackburn skipper, and he's going to get a yellow card for that foul on Walcott. Terrific noise being generated by the Blackburn supporters as they crave an equaliser here. Here's Emerton. John. Trying to work something. Gets it back. Good effort. Oh, mistake by Lehmann! And it's 1-1. David Dunn. His last Blackburn goal in his first spell was more than 4.5 years ago. And boy, he'll enjoy this moment. And boy, will Lehmann not enjoy that moment. You've got to have a go. The old adage of buying a ticket in that lottery, because you never know what might happen, and it's 1-1. That's what it means to them. Nice ball towards Bentner, and Friedel's come, and he's not going to get there. Bentner, Van Persie, good tackle by Warnock, breaks for Fleb maybe, still not over. And a terrific block by David Dunn, and away by Nelson. Well, not for the first time this afternoon. Brad Friedel probably made the wrong decision there. Came charging out, and he knew once he had to get there, and he was in no man's land. Up goes Benton, got there in front of Samba. Van Persie spinning away. Was he caught by Nelson? Referee says yes. Nelson's been balked, and I suspect he is going to go. It was all about whether Alan Wiley felt it was a deliberate attempt by Nelson to stop Van Persie, who felt it was deliberate. And you can understand why, and Nelson had to go for a second bookable offence.
Very bitty game, lots of stop-start. It never really got into a flow, did it?
No, because they tried at any price to stop us from playing, and they did that very well. It was an over-physical game, I must say. With, even sometimes you felt there was some violence in there. And we had to keep our calm and deal well with it, what we did.
Did you think Robbie Savage had a good claim for a penalty?
Well, yeah, he felt he was just clipped. He felt that there was an initial foul, which maybe had been outside the box, and his momentum took him in. I'd have to see it again, but he felt he was clipped. But overall, I mean, we're a little bit disappointed. I think that shows how well we played today, that we've come away with a draw against Arsenal, one of the best sides in the Premier League, and we have a shade of disappointment.
Arsene Wenger not happy with the physical aspect of Blackburn's play, accused them of violence. I'm not sure what he expects up there.
No, I'm not having that. I think Blackburn are a good side. I think they are physical, but they're competitive. They can play as well, and they've had another decent start to the season. I have heard it from Mr. Wenger before.
Arsene, he did say it last year, and the year before that, and the year before that. Yeah. Every time they come to the northwest, they have a nosebleed. It's going to be physical, because that's the way you play against Arsenal. Yeah. You put your foot in, don't let them play, because if you let them play, they'll destroy you.
Well, we've seen quite a few keepers' errors in the first week of the season. Extraordinary amount of mistakes, and you don't expect it from these two goalkeepers.
Well, no, but I mean, Brad's an excellent goalkeeper, and the ball comes in here. He's fumbled it. I mean, his defence have a chance after chance to get it away, and don't help him out, and that is a shambles. And this, well, I'll let you do this one now.
Well, the first one was bad. This is worse. And then I mean, the build-up play, to be fair to Blackburn, is really good. Done 1-2, it's crisp. I mean,
Borisov.
top-class keeper. Last week, this is definitely the worst. I mean, Healy comes in there and snaps it up, but 2 bad mistakes in a week
Both
for Lehmann.
Briefly, can Arsenal challenge, do you think?
Not
No.
the top 2. No.
That was brief.
That was brief. How long do you want? How long you got before you
That's fine. I can move on
is that
now.
all right?
Perfect.
That's all right, yeah. You
now
said briefly.
Now I've waffled just a
You
little
said
bit.
briefly.
It's fine. All of yesterday's goals now starting at the JJB Stadium. Out of 3 and no goals conceded, Manchester City are the Barclays Premier League leaders after today's derby win. Chelsea are second despite losing their 100% start to the season at Liverpool. Wigan are a point behind in third, ahead of Everton on goal difference. Bolton, Derby and Birmingham make up the bottom 3, but it's the sight of Manchester United in 16th place that stands out. It's the worst start for 15 years.